Hello everyone, it is Justin here, and I wanted to talk about something. I want to talk about educated words versus wise words, and I'm going to talk about this while I open up this jar of honey and eat it. I'm actually talking to my friend Levon while I'm on the phone, or while I'm filming right now. Let me just I still got a little bit of lemonade in here. I don't think you want to see this. It's not very important, but who cares? But, yeah, educated words versus wise words. I'm going to try this real quick. But it's interesting because when I talk to people, I'm hearing a lot of people, especially online, so good. But, people who are debating on spirituality and stuff like that, well, you know, Christianity, and trying to stand up for their, denomination, are just their religion in general. And, I just find it very interesting to see how people are coming up with these hermeneutical, philosophical, theological point of views using ridiculous words. And it's just, I see how they, I was about to say, and it's so interesting. I'm going to try and stop saying that all the time, because I always say, it's so interesting. It's so annoying. But anyway, try and shake up this honey with the lemonade. That's going to be so sweet right now. Oh, it smells like pure honey. Oh, wow. That is delicious. So, it's interesting because when I speak with someone, they seem to use one of these big theological words that they learned in their university against me in order to try and make me feel stupid or something. And it's so funny because I just stop and I look at them. It's like, man, what are you talking about? I mean, we're talking about God. We're talking about religion. You don't need to be educated in this to understand it. You know, and it's just like, why come at me with these big, ridiculous words? And it was funny because when I see these people who are very religious, and they come out of these colleges and universities, out of APU, Azusa Pacific University, which is one of the best universities around, especially for a theologian degree. That's where most people in the Assemblies of God denomination gets their degrees from, and it means a lot getting your degree from there. But it's interesting. I said it again. But anyway, what was that? It's so intriguing. Thanks, Levon. I appreciate that. It's so intriguing to me that people resort to having to use these big words. Kind of like how some people resort to using profanity. Within the Christian community, they resort to using big words if they can't make their point. You know how liberals resort to emotions and calling you names because they can't prove a point because they don't think on a logical level, so they don't have anything to say? Same thing in the Christian view. When you come up with someone who's conservative, they start using the big words. And when I was looking at this, I noticed how it was so intriguing to me that I felt like I was talking to the Sanhedrin or the Sadducees or something, or the Pharisees. And I thought about how I talk to people and how it brings people in. Because I talk according to God and using God's wisdom. And I speak in a way for people to understand what I'm saying. Because when it comes down to God and following the Bible, it's very simple to understand. There we go. And other people out there get these degrees on something simple and try and make it complicated. And that's a shame, because in order to make something simple complicated means that they're trying to sell their own personal viewpoint that's not found in the Bible. And when I looked at it, I remembered and I realized how I speak in simple terms for people to understand, and I speak in parables for people to understand. And I started thinking about, in the Bible, how Jesus had to speak with the, what were they called? Help me out here, people. Help me out. Yes, them, if you know who I'm talking about. Hey, Levon, who are those people who used to try and trick Jesus? They weren't the Sadducees. They were the Pharisees. So the Pharisees would speak to Jesus and just try and trick him with these, what they thought were clever ways. And Jesus would answer them with wisdom in very simple terms. And it's so intriguing that we still have this today. You have the religious people, and then you have the people who follow God, and who just follow the Bible. The Bible is right there for all of us. You don't need to go to college or university to understand it. And a lot of people have gone to these universities, really feel it was a waste of time after they got out and they read the Bible and realized the truth has been there the whole time. They had to throw out so much stuff that the university taught them. Now, sure, you find out other things about the Bible as far as during the time and what those people believed in economical situations during the time it was written, and what the community used to be like. But it doesn't change anything as far as what the Bible says. It doesn't really change the meaning of the words at all. So, when you're speaking with someone, and you're talking to them, and you're saying stuff to them, but anyway, when you're speaking to someone and they come back at you with intelligent wording, that's usually because they're so stupid on their part, and they're not able to come up with a good argument. Because when you're trying to make your point across someone, you want to speak in a way for them to understand, because you want them to have revelation to what you're saying. So you speak in a manner for them to understand what you're saying, because you want them to understand God's wisdom, God's love. You want them to have a good basis of understanding. But then, if you don't want that, and you're just trying to sound intelligent, you use big words. So when you debate against someone, listen to the words and try and figure out what they're trying to do. Are they trying to back up what they were taught because they felt like they paid a big education, therefore it must be true because they didn't want the money that they paid for it to be a waste? Are they using big words because they don't actually have an answer? They want to try and make you feel inferior to them, and show the fact that they have a doctor's degree because they can't really find an answer? Or perhaps they don't care about the truth? Or are they actually speaking in a way to try and make you understand, because they actually want to develop an understanding of what you're saying and to move forward and progress within the conversation, and they're in it for God and for the Lord, for understanding, for wisdom, and to help better themselves? Because that's what I do it for. But the thing is question yourself, what do you do it for? That's all I have to say about this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it meant something to you. You all be blessed. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.